Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. Today we bring you the latest news from South Sudan, covering leadership meetings, political development, and insight in recent events that are shaping the country. Please, I would like you to help the channel. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with President Kiir Mayardit meet South African leader. South Sudan President Kiir Mayardit met with South African President Ramaphosa in Pretoria at Malamba, the official presidential residence. This meeting came just 5 days after President Kiir Mayardit arrived in South Africa. The discussion focused on South Sudan upcoming election planned for December 2026. And how South Africa can support a smooth, credible voting process. President Kiir Mayardit also spoke about strengthening economic ties between Juba and Pretoria. President Kiir Mayardit thanked South Africa for the warm welcome and expressed his condolence for the passing of Nicholas Isom, a diplomat who worked closely with South Sudan and the United Nations. During the meeting, President Kiir Mayardit emphasized South Sudan's commitment to holding general elections this year, 2026. President Kiir Mayardit mentioned that the revitalized peace agreement continued to guide the country transition and preparation for the poll are ongoing. However, he noted that South Sudan needs technical and logistical support such as ballot printing and voter registration materials to ensure the elections are credible. President Ramaphosa assured him that South Africa is willing to assist, highlighting the strong ties between the two nations. Economic cooperation was also on the agenda. President Kiir Mayardit invited South African investors to explore opportunities in South Sudan's mining, tourism and air transport. Tourism, air transport, and oil sectors. He said the country is open for business and ready to work with partners for mutual benefit. The two leaders have a history of working together. Relations were formalized in 2012 with the signing of a diplomatic agreement, followed by a general cooperation agreement in 2013. South Africa currently shares the C5+ committee, which helped monitor and support South Sudan peace process under the revitalized peace agreement on the resolution of the conflict in South Sudan. The revitalized peace agreement that was signed between Kiir and Machar. President Kiir Mayardit traveled to South Africa with key officials, including the Minister of Presidential Affairs, Africanum Mande, his daughter Adut Kiir Mayardit, and the Presidential Press Secretary Arek Aldo Ajo. There has been some speculation about President Kiir Elze, but no official information has been released. Next, we turn to an important political development in South Sudan. Dr. Akol Paul Kodit, the Secretary General of the SPLM party, recently issued an apology today. We will look at why this matter and what it could mean for the country. Apologies in politics are more than just words. They show accountability, humility, and willingness to correct past mistakes. In Dr. Akol's case, his apology came during ongoing conflict and hardship in South Sudan. Many citizens, especially those displaced by the conflict, see this apology as a sign that leaders are taking responsibility for past action. Dr. Akol's apology is not just personal, it is political. It aims to build unity, acknowledge mistakes, and reassure citizens that leadership is working toward peace and fairness. Well, especially with the election coming up in December 2026, not everyone accepted the apology. Some critics said it is just a political gesture or a way to gain public favor. Others believe it may lack real commitment to change, but this view often miss the deeper meaning that apologizing can be an important step toward national healing and reconciliation. By apologizing, Dr. Akol is showing accountability. Leaders who admit mistakes demonstrate transparency and responsibility, which build trust with the people, especially those who have suffered from conflict and misgovernance. In South Sudan cultural and political context, skepticism is common. People often question political leader action. While this is natural, it is important to separate genuine gesture from superficial one. Dr. Akol's apology reflects real effort to take responsibility and work for the country, unity and peace. So, what do these two stories tell us about South Sudan today? First, we see a government working to strengthen international ties and secure support for democratic process. At the same time, political leaders are acknowledging past mistakes and taking steps toward accountability. Both of these are signs that South Sudan is trying to move forward despite challenges. The upcoming election will be crucial for the country. International support, such as from South Africa, it will help to ensure the elections are credible and transparent. Meanwhile, political accountability like Dr. Akol's apology can foster trust and unity among citizens. South Sudan is a young country facing deep division and challenges, but these efforts, both diplomatic and political, show there is hope for progress, peace, and economic growth. Well, without Dr. Machar, of course, there will never be a credible election. So the South African also expecting President Salva Kiir Mayardit to release Dr. Machar so that they can have a dialogue and find a way forward before the election happen. Because election cannot happen when there is insecurity. Leaders need to trust themselves. Leaders need to work together so that they can have a peace that can last longer within South Sudan. For more updates, please make sure you subscribe to Changfied YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.